The throne room of Emperor Xinthax gleamed with crystalline walls that pulsed with bioluminescent veins. His four eyes narrowed as he watched the human diplomat approach, her footsteps echoing across the polished obsidian floor. She wore a simple gray suit, her silver hair tied back in a neat bun, and carried nothing but a small diplomatic case. "Ambassador Elena Volkov," Xinthax announced, his voice reverberating through translators embedded in the walls. "How gracious of Earth to send such a delicate representative." Elena stopped at the designated spot, 20 meters from the throne. Protocol demanded she bow. She did not. "Emperor Xinthax, I bring terms for the ceasefire your fleet requested after the Battle of Kepler Station." The Emperor's mandibles clicked with amusement. Around the room, his royal guard shifted their plasma rifles. 12 warriors, each bred for combat, each standing 3 meters tall. "Requested?" Xinthax rose from his throne, his exoskeleton gleaming. "You misunderstand, human. I summoned you here to witness the signing of Earth's surrender. Your little victory was merely a setback. My armada will reduce your homeworld to ash within the month." Elena set her case down gently. "That would be inadvisable, would it?" The Emperor descended the steps. "Tell me, Ambassador, do you know why I allowed you into my presence without weapons? Because I wanted to see the fear in human eyes before I declare total war. I wanted you to understand your species' insignificance." "I see." Elena's expression remained neutral. "Before you make that declaration, perhaps you should review your intelligence files more carefully." Xinthax laughed, a sound like grinding metal. "Intelligence? What could I possibly need to know about a diplomat? My full designation." Elena reached slowly toward her collar, removing a small pin. The room's lighting seemed to dim. "I am not merely Ambassador Elena Volkov. I am Commander Elena Volkov, retired. Special Operations Division. Clearance level Omega." The Emperor's amusement faded. "Clearance level Omega? That designation does not exist in our databases." "It would not. There are only 7 people in the galaxy who carry it." Elena's voice dropped lower. "We do not appear on any roster. We do not officially exist, and we only come out of retirement for one reason." One of the guards stepped forward. "Sire, perhaps we should verify—" The guard's head separated from his body before anyone saw Elena move. The monofilament wire from her diplomatic pin had already retracted, invisible to the naked eye. The body collapsed with a heavy thump. Chaos erupted. The remaining 11 guards opened fire. Plasma bolts turned the space where Elena stood into a superheated inferno. When the smoke cleared, she was gone. "Find her!" Xinthax roared. "Seal the—" 2 more guards dropped, their throats opened by something unseen. Elena materialized behind a pillar, her gray suit now torn, revealing the tactical weave underneath. She moved like smoke, like shadow, like something from the nightmares civilizations told their children about. The Vortex species had legends of death personified. The Caltharian spoke of the shadow that walks. But humans had something older, something primal. They called it Baba Yaga. Xinthax finally understood what the intelligence reports had tried to warn him about. Before humanity joined the galactic community, they had been warriors. Not just soldiers, but artists of violence who had perfected death over millennia of conflict. And sometimes, when diplomacy failed, they sent their finest work. Another guard fell. Then another. Elena did not use guns or blades alone. She used the environment, the architecture, the guards' own weapons turned against them. She was everywhere and nowhere, a ghost that struck with surgical precision. "Stop!" Xinthax bellowed. "I accept the ceasefire. I accept your terms." Elena emerged from behind the throne itself, standing 3 steps above the Emperor. Blood speckled her suit. 7 guards lay dead. The remaining 4 had their weapons trained on her, but their hands trembled. "Do you?" Elena asked calmly, as if they had been discussing weather. "Because I have not yet presented Earth's terms." Xinthax's 4 eyes widened. This had been a test, a demonstration. "Speak them," he whispered. Elena descended 1 step. "Your fleet will withdraw from all contested systems. You will pay reparations for the colonies you destroyed. You will release all human prisoners of war. And you will never ever threaten Earth again. And if I refuse?" Elena smiled, and it was the most terrifying thing Xinthax had ever seen. "Then I complete my mission. You see, Emperor, I did not come here as a diplomat. I came here as a courtesy. Earth wanted to give you one last chance to choose peace. She descended another step, now within striking distance. My diplomatic case contains the ceasefire agreement. It also contains enough antimatter to vaporize this palace and everything within a kilometer radius. If I do not deactivate the dead man switch in my bloodstream every 6 hours, it detonates automatically. If my heart stops, it detonates immediately. Zinthak stared at the case sitting innocently on his throne room floor. The choice is yours, Emperor. Sign the agreement and live, or refuse and become a cautionary tale for the next species that threatens humanity. We have 6 more like me waiting in the shadows. How many of your successors do you think will ignore our warnings after they learn what happened here? The Emperor's mandibles trembled. In that moment, he realized the terrible truth about humans. They did not merely fight wars. They weaponized fear itself. They sent the Baba Yaga. 3 hours later, the ceasefire was signed. Elena Volkov returned to Earth, her mission successful without firing a single shot in open combat. The galaxy learned a valuable lesson that day. Humanity preferred diplomacy, but they had not forgotten the old ways. And somewhere in the darkness, 6 other shadows waited, hoping they would never be called upon, but ready nonetheless. The Baba Yaga was not just one person. It was a promise, a reminder, a final warning wrapped in human skin.